everybody. Oh, Sothersil, you snuck in there, you devil, you. I thought you were still eating.
Nope.
Hey, everybody. It's Saturday, March 16th, 2024. We're a little bit late, about 10 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. We were, I changed the title, I had to disconnect, all that good stuff, right? You're breaking up, dear. Okay, maybe
He's not a dear.
You know, she's a young lady. You always call her dear.
Or
we
maybe
have
that's her persona. I don't know.
Sothersil's with us. We expect Mac and maybe Dirk and Barrios to join us here in a little bit. We forgot about the time zone change in the U.S. versus the EU, right? You guys don't time zone change, right, Soth?
Well, ours is later than yours.
Later. Ours was last Sunday. Corneros is typing away in staff only. Let's see what he has to say. Rip the Dawn segment. That's funny. Starscream. Superstar Brisk. Looking over. Nothing. Corneros stopped typing. We'll miss it.
Aww.
So yeah. So we're doing all kinds of fun stuff today. So let's see. We've got Cloud puts so much out there. So let's do space related, non-Eve, right? SpaceX launch. That was a really, really big rocket. Did you guys see that or see of it or the replay?
I saw parts of it, but I mean, there wasn't really that much to see, to be honest. I mean, it went up, and then the signal was gone. So, yeah.
And it came back, right? Did it come back? I can't remember.
No. It broke up on the way down.
Okay.
The booster came back and splashed down in the ocean.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I watched a little bit of the replay.
They intended to land it, but yeah, they failed to do that.
But what was that? 33 of the new cool engines or something like that? Is that 33?
Oh, don't ask me technical details on Starship. Come on.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go look.
I'm gonna
go look it up. I know he'll know. He knows all that, doesn't he? I thought it went into orbit though.
Oh yeah, it did go into orbit, and then they deorbited it, so it started coming down again, and yeah, hit the atmosphere, and then they lost signal.
Gotcha. Plasmid out, huh? Okay. It is still.
I actually
amazing.
don't know. Like, I haven't heard yet what actually happened. I don't know if they actually know yet. But yeah, it is probably in many, many pieces now.
I'm just doing a quick little thing. So I guess the goal is to launch that into space, have sort of a second ship come up and refuel it, and that second ship comes back to Earth, and the first ship goes on to land on Mars.
That is probably the ultimate goal there, yes.
Yeah, and then use gases on Mars to refuel the first ship. And,
I don't think
bring
they
it
are
home.
planning on coming back.
I think that's the ultimate goal. To be able to go round trip and have several of them keep going around Robin.
Well, if you want to do that, then you want to have the refueling base on like around the moon first.
No. Well, I'm not sure how far into the trip the refueling is, but there's a refueling to send it on to Mars. Then it lands on Mars, and since Mars has lower gravity, right? It doesn't take as much to launch off from Mars, they believe, theoretically, right? Nobody's done this, right? Theoretically. and then come back to Earth.
Yeah, the math checks out. The big problem is that gravity is lower on Mars, which means it's also harder to land.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of what's going on.
But yeah, there's plenty of stuff out there if anyone is interested. Why it's an issue, but there's definitely still a lot of testing ahead of SpaceX and anyone else before we actually set an actual foot on Mars.
Absolutely. You know, I'm kind of looking out there. I don't actually see Mac's not actually active on Discord. He might have lost connectivity or something.
Or gone out for the day.
What'd you say?
Or gone out.
Yep. He even posted stuff for the show. How about what do we want to talk about here? You want to talk about anything like Project Awakening or anything like that?
I'm not sure how much there is to talk about Project Awakening.
Well, what is it?
They did their big post, right?
Yeah, but if you look at it, if you take part in the test, you have to sign an NDA.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go real quick because I did not set up the media screen.
It's a bit.
We were running a little late today.
So they want to have a hackathon in Project Awakening.
Let's go right over to that.
They want to encourage people to break the game. What a lot of us are worrying about is that people will not report things they find, right? If you find a sneaky way to basically win the game, why would you tell CCP about it, right? You just keep it to yourself. Because let's be honest, we've seen how CCP tests, right? Even problems that we told them about made it into Eve. So yeah. I would not be surprised if there's a few people who find secrets that could totally break the game and keep them to themselves.
Yeah, but you know what? Even if you do that, you're that unscrupulous person that does that. You know, the next guy may not be that finds the same thing that you found. You know, I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, true. It depends on what you find and how you find it. Let's remember when they put in the stacking penalties for faxes, CCP unknowingly broke that dreads in Siege can't be repped. All of a sudden they could, right? And the only ones who noticed were goons, because we accidentally put a dread in Siege while testing the stacking penalties, and were surprised to find out that we could still rep this dread. Right? We didn't test it on purpose. It was an accident. And if we hadn't done that, I mean, that actually made it into the game, right? That got hotfixed later on. Even though we found it and we did report it. Now think about if someone finds something like that and doesn't report it. Right? And we are talking about a game with a little bit higher stakes here, right? Because all of this is linked to cryptocurrency and supposedly you're able to make money, like real money with this game, right? That kind of makes the stakes a bit higher for CCP to actually don't have issues even go to the live server, right? To fix them before things go live. Yes, I know. It's a riveting topic.
Hey, Barkos just joined.
Hello.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Barkos.
Hello.
We're talking about the new stuff that
Wait, what new
CCP
stuff?
posted. Project Awakening.
Oh, that. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
All right. I'm finally home, so now I can talk.
We didn't know you were out and about.
I told you I was just finishing lunch
Okay,
with my mom.
I'm just, I'm a guy. I'm easily distracted. Okay, it's just the way it is.
Okay.
I don't actually know what's going on. I mean, my
Well,
wife's
there's
ran
the
by
call.
the door 5 times. I don't know what she's doing, what she's saying.
Hello.
Hola,
All I have to say
Macri.
is fucking Americans. Jesus Christ.
See,
fucking
Eric.
Americans, you fucking
Eric-
Americans.
Eric is
Yes, sir.
gonna slather himself in baby
Butter?
oil. And then when his wife comes in and is really surprised what's happening, he's gonna say, "Hey, you always complain, I never glisten."
You never glisten. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Sothwin's best dad joke of the day.
He does. He does.
Soth, did you get somebody pregnant and we didn't know about it? Or is this just a latent power? All of a
never know
sudden,
with
Soth will
him.
be like, that'd be funny if that's like how you figured out you got somebody pregnant, was you just started doing dad jokes out of nowhere?
Let me put that phone far away.
I gotta clear a couple things off here. We're good. All right. So should we talk about some F4R2 stuff? Should we dive in?
Not
It
really
is
sure how
122.
exciting a fight not happening is.
Yeah,
I think the fact that it didn't happen is the more interesting part, and the
Well, there's a
P-horde are full of
potential
fucking
Peep
pussies.
Star kill coming up now.
That's
Mhm.
true, yeah. Thank you very much to the mob, by the way, for the sub, by the way. Thank you very much.
Now, the question is, will they come and defend the Keep Star?
Probably not. They might fight on armor for funsies, because if they don't and they just let it fall, when they're in an active, like the difference is when we were leaving from the north, we were done with our campaign. So if they blew that up, whatever, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
And we could have fought them, but we didn't really have. We had already taken most of our stuff home. We could have done like a token defense if we felt like it. But our FCs were, ready for a break. No big deal. This is different. This is an active campaign, technically. I don't believe they have said they were going home and they're just leaving this behind for us to clean up. We went in there aggressively, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to restage at this new system, guys." Yep.
They are just advancing in the opposite direction. Come on, Don.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. It doesn't look good, and it's fucking boring.
To be fair, I think it's called the Jabrona Star. Like, with a name like that, it needs to fucking die.
With a name like that, it was guaranteed to die.
Yeah, right? Fucking hell.
There we go.
Yeah, so,
Coming back.
Horde and Fraternity have really been like losing the Reddit war as well, because like nothing says I'm not interested in actually providing good content to my members by than just fucking blue balling everybody, right?
True. Very
And
true.
not saying that like whenever
Hold
you're
it.
denied a fight, they're blue balling, and whenever you deny the fight, it's weaponizing. We're weaponizing boredom kind of thing. Like it's. I get that when the situations are reversed, people can say the same sort of thing, but like it's not like they've come down, put these things down. It's not like it's their own space that they've been holding for a long period of time. Like they came down to provide this, and then they decide not to actually fucking come to the party when when people come knocking.
I had a minor head explosion here while you were doing that. I switched over to my stream window, like to look at the stream, right? So I can see the chat a little earlier than I do on the OBS, and and it was like we weren't streaming. And I was like, hold it, wait a minute, have we not been streaming this entire time? We've been thinking we're streaming, and then I like refreshed.
I mean, apparently we're streaming Ready or Not. We're streaming to Ready or Not. So, like, I'll change that.
What do you mean we're streaming to Ready or Not? The
game is Ready or Not. So, I'll change it to online, shall I?
Thanks. Woohoo! Thanks. I did the title. I was so used to not doing the title. I started the pre-roll, and I'm like, ooh, okay, I have to restart the pre-roll real quick here to get the name right.
Thank your country for that, by the way.
I was just what was it?
Actually, no. Shouldn't we? Didn't we? We mentioned this before. We talked about this before. Thank an Aussie, a Kiwi scientist for that.
Really?
Yeah.
The what is it? I was running a little bit late today. I had some people visiting the house, doing some stuff, and then I had to change some things and do some stuff. And then I was like, "Holy crap! It's 5 minutes to 1." And then Soth and I were here, and sound wasn't working and everything, and so we wrapped this up pretty quick. We got rolling.
Yeah.
I mean, I was mostly making funny noises because he needed me to talk while I was eating.
Yeah, talk with your mouth full. Oh, actually,
it was a lot of mumbling. There was no video, so I'm not really sure what was going on over there, but a lot of
I mean, that's
what I had a lot of fun eating. Let's.
Oh, I have a quick question for you. So, my dad is retiring this year, and they're bringing a German over to replace him. And do you have any recommendations for like what type of food to take him to? Because my parents want to take him to dinner.
Hold it. Say this again.
To take him to what?
Yeah.
Hold it. Give me this whole context again.
So my dad's retiring,
okay,
and they're bringing a German over to replace him, and he's going to be here for like a week, visiting and basically getting to know where he's going to be living. And my dad and mom want to take him out for dinner, and so I was asking for like what kind of food would he want to
how long is he going to be there? Is he going to be living there?
He's going to be living. He'll be living here eventually.
Right.
For years.
If you want to take him for something that you hardly get in Germany, do something like Creole.
Creole?
Or barbecue stuff. Like
she's in the
barbecue, right?
Barbecue stuff, right?
Not
she's in the
actual barbecue.
But she's in the Midwest. I was
going to go a different route on that one and say, if he's going to be living there for like a long period of time, eventually, then like break him into the like reduced quality of American foodstuffs, like very quickly, so he doesn't.
Wow, what an insult! Fuck you. Our food's great.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's the truth.
I watched the hold it. Our food?
We have better fats and sugars in our food.
The British person who's not known for a single cuisine. You guys went
I'm
around
not
the
talking-
whole world
I'm-
stealing
I'm not-
spices,
I'm-
and you still don't use a single one of them.
We're
I don't
not-
wanna hear it.
we're not- we're not-
I
we're not
do
talk-
need to
we're not
defend them
talking
here.
We're not talking
you can
about
get-
Britain. We're
you
talking
can
about
get
Germany and
some-
America here. We're talking about Europe and America here, really, if anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I do need to defend them. You can get some really good Indian food in the UK.
Yeah.
From the Indians that moved
Yes.
there. Yes.
Yes, they
Not the
are.
Tikka masala was
they
an
are
invention
good
in the
style.
UK.
It's
If-
the same
if
thing
you-
with northern
Go.
Germany. If you ever come
Go-
to northern
go-
Germany, you will be surprised to find many Chinese restaurants. They aren't actually Chinese; they are Vietnamese. Because northern Germany was the only country in the world that was accepting refugees from Vietnam during the Vietnam War.
Look, the UK, right, Britain, has kind of come to terms with the fact that our, like, you know, traditional cuisine is not that great. Which
No
is one
one
of the
likes
reasons
peas.
why. Which is one of the reasons why we
What?
embrace all of the different subcultures, all of the different people that come to this country. You know, aside from the Tories who don't, but you know, that's a different thing entirely. But like, you come to the UK, and you will find every single, well, pretty much every single cuisine under the sun within, you know, I mean, especially when it comes to sort of the driving ranges that you guys are used to in America, you'll be able to find basically everything.
Also,
Yeah,
did you
you can
just
pretty
say
much-
no one likes peas? Because peas and
These are great.
No,
Like, you just
no,
need to know how
no.
to. You just need to know
Y'all
how
are
to.
just like
how-
Pick it
how-
up
you
a bit.
are
to-
fooling
That is
yourself to
amazing.
think you like peas.
You just need
No,
to know how
peas
to
are
cook
awesome.
them.
No, they're not.
I love
You
They're
need to know
peas.
how to cook them correctly.
I love
No.
I
I
love
fucking
peas.
I
do.
like just as an
I
FYI,
don't believe
Dawn,
you guys.
just as an FYI, Dawn, if your experience with peas is, you know, them being boiled in a pan like until they go kind of like a weird kind of gray green, yeah, those fucking suck because they fucking suck because they've been cooked and fucking destroyed,
no,
eviscerated.
what you do is
Like,
you get some peas
there's
and
ways
baby
of-
carrots out of a tin can. You heat them up carefully, and then you thicken them up with a bit of starch slurry, right? Maybe add a bit of sugar, but usually you don't even need to do that because the peas have plenty of sugar in them.
literally just take some frozen peas, put them into a bowl, like put it in the microwave with like a plate on the top of it, like obviously microwavable stuff, right? Put it into a microwave it for like a couple of minutes. Maybe
Or do
maybe
it
a little
like-
bit of salt. That's it. That's all you need to do with peas, and they're fucking fine.
because
No.
all
Or you
good
could do
cuisine
it,
starts in the microwave.
You could do it like the Scots and deep fry it.
You could do it like the Scots and deep fry it if you want. Yeah.
Yeah,
In my
no.
mind, that's the Scottish equivalent of the Americans kind of going, well, it will taste better if we put like, you know,
Cheese on it.
cheese on it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Cheese
and
Go
bacon.
with it. Yeah.
Listen, we have
you know-
we have a surplus of cheese. We need to eat our cheese.
Yeah.
Do you actually know? In the olden days, and I mean like around 80 years ago, Americans didn't actually eat that much bacon, which was a big problem for the meat industry because, I mean, they just had this cut of the pig left that no one wanted, right? That's what started the whole bacon for breakfast thing. Because the meat industry wanted to sell all the bacon they had.
Maybe.
Which is weird if you think about it, because like bacon is awesome. Even if you don't slather it on literally everything, there's a lot of things you can do with it.
Well, anyways, we are.
I'm just
we're
gonna-
off
I'm just
topic
gonna-
from the question.
Well, yeah, I'm just going to point out here, man. You know, I watch the jolly English guys have English people eat American food all the time, and they're like, man, I wish we had food this good in the UK.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody.
That's because
I've
you
never
go
heard a
to
single
like
person be like,
show really good.
this food's better.
You
It's
get,
strange that because I literally saw a thing where like a British person was showing an American some
Spotted
decent burger places in London, and he was blown away by the quality of the burgers. So
It's
swings and roundabouts.
It's not hard to make a good burger.
Anyway, Dawn,
That's pretty easy.
can you get crab around?
Yes, we can
anywhere?
get crab. Yes,
We
have a
check
Creole
him out.
restaurant. It's called
Creole. Yeah.
It's Louisiana boils, crawfish and crab boils.
Yeah,
suck the head of those crawfish. Break that tail off.
We do
Suck
have
the head.
that.
How you do it?
I don't know where my mom would not want to go to that though. She doesn't like.
Do you have a good chili place?
I mean, there's places with chili. I don't think there's no place.
Yeah,
that
that's
specializes in chili.
Like Tex-Mex chili, yeah.
What were they
Tex-Mex
thinking
is
of taking?
different than
I just told her, I was
chili.
like, anywhere with meat, cheese, and bread, he'll be happy. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Just remind him that he can't bring beer for lunch at work.
Honestly,
Yes,
we probably could.
That was
gently.
That was one of the big things when the Germans would come over when I worked in pharmaceuticals, right? And they'd come in and they'd be like, open up their lunch and pull out a can of warm beer, and I'm like, whoa! Everybody's like, you can't drink that.
The difference is this company's a German company.
So are we.
I don't.
you still have to abide by the rules of the state that you're in.
Well,
Christ Almighty!
There's no rule saying you can't drink at work in Indiana. You just can't be drinking.
If that's the case,
you can't be doing a job. You can't be doing a job that is directly responsible for someone's safety. So, like, if you're a forklift driver, you cannot be drinking at all. But if you're working in an office where you are not handling any sort of machinery, you can drink.
Wait. I'm allowed to drive my car after one beer, but I'm not allowed to drive a forklift.
Correct.
I wouldn't trust you with a forklift either.
I am forklift certified. I'll let you know.
That just means the Germans are crazy, but we already knew that.
Yeah,
welcome, horrendous.
My dad works for Roche Diagnostics, which is what are you doing?
Is somebody cooking?
He's opening.
Are you opening the most loudest plastic bag ever?
To get the Lego pieces that you ordered.
Yeah, did you get those Lego pieces?
So funny story about that. So last week we had Caleb order these pieces that were supposed to be there in like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday he finds out he'll get 2 of them, and the rest will take up to 28 days.
Well, at least he could get you a couple of them.
But wait. As I'm telling him, don't worry about it. I still want them. Blah 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 blah. blah, right? I go and I get this notification that my order.
Did yours
shipped.
Your order shipped.
So we successfully scared Lego with a Dane.
Nice.
And that's why it's done.
Oh, is it done? Oh, that's so cool.
You know what? It was they probably watched part of our show where we were talking about it. That's why they decided to.
Do you want to post the picture for the folks so they can see his cool handiwork?
Oh, let me.
Oh, it was.
I just like to make this more difficult for you.
Oh, that does look nice.
It's going to look better later when it gets dark, because that thing throws off a ridiculous amount of light.
That's cool though. Like, but what would you prefer, Renders? Something kicking off a lighting kind of kit that kicks out a lot of light, or one that's really anemic?
There's a fine line to be walked between. Yeah, I can kind of see the lights, and the cars outside don't need their headlights. This is closer to the latter.
Chuck a few resistors into the mix, you'll be all right, man.
That reminds me of the guy with the really bright flashlight, who ordered with DoorDash, and the driver couldn't find him. So he was just like, "Hey, follow the beacon," and just shown the flashlight
You
in the
just-
sky.
Like,
You
I'm
just-
not kidding.
Here,
Jesus
we're gonna.
Christ.
I pulled it up. I pulled
That
up the
does look
picture.
cool.
Here it is. Here it is. There it is. And you're missing
Put
6
up-
pieces, right?
Put up the
No,
picture
no.
at night.
The picture I posted, the first of the 2 pictures I posted today, is done. I got the pieces I needed. It's all finished.
Okay.
It is all finished. Nice. That is good.
And because of the hanger mod, I couldn't light the gun deck or the side guns because everything there needed to be routed a certain way, and the hanger is literally where everything's supposed to go.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's fine. It's perfect. I don't need them glowing green anyway. I tried to look at whether or not I could use the LEDs to light the hanger, but
Mhm.
they are way too brightly green. Like even if you try to hide them behind translucent blue Lego, they are so green it's not funny.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How long did it take you to put that together?
All combined, probably about 12 to 14 hours, but I wasn't really pushing it. I was doing a bit and then coming back to it and doing a bit and then coming back to it,
Okay.
But yeah,
Minus the shipping and handling that,
minus the delays on shipping for the
Yeah.
the new parts, yeah.
Can I just say Diet Pepsi is not good?
Oh, diet anything is not good.
Diet
Yeah,
Diet-
exactly.
Okay,
Diet
so
Coke.
So
That's
what's the
different.
difference between Diet Pepsi and Pepsi Max? Like,
It's a
we
different
talking about the
flavor,
same thing?
and it's a different
different
sweetener.
artificial sweetener.
It's a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
sweet.
It's like the
yeah.
difference between Diet Coke and
it's
Coke
the
Zero.
same.
Oh,
One of
right,
them, as far as I know, one of them isn't available in Europe anymore because the sweetener is banned in the EU.
Yeah, you guys
and this
ban
is why I'm
aspartame,
talking about. Like,
Yes,
this is
aspartame.
what I'm talking about.
which is
Like,
the good one. It tastes okay.
Right. The good one
good-
only
yeah.
gives you cancer.
Everything gives you
Okay,
cancer.
hold
Your
up,
phone
hold
gives
up,
you
hold up.
cancer.
Stop.
Breathing
Let's-
gives you
that's
cancer.
Let's
just
keep
what
in mind.
That's just what the Daily Mail would want you to think.
Let's keep in mind the study where they gave rats cancer with aspartame was effectively giving them a dose equivalent to something like 26 6-packs a day.
I mean, some people
And-
drink a lot of Coke.
And
It's
and
still
then
not
they
that much.
and then they waited to let the rats die naturally before they actually did the examinations on them. So
Mm.
Well, I
there
mean,
are
it's
other
still
studies.
cancer.
There are other studies coming out saying, yeah, listen, we don't actually think this is cancer. This looks like it could be any one of a number of other things that rats normally suffer from if you let them get old.
I mean, what was it? A couple months ago, there was the UN report
So
as
the
well, right,
science
which
is still way the hell out on that one.
Yeah, take your
Well-
judgmental aspartame hating butt somewhere else. Good sir.
What was it? The UN report
Besides,
came
the
out
good
and they
one's really
said
sucralose.
it is, but it's such
True.
a minor risk that it's irrelevant.
There's a lot of things that people are like, and it's like, really? You'd have to be like swimming in this particular chemical for days straight to actually have it affect you in any reasonable time frame. Oh, by the way, my neighbors are moving.
Well, look,
Because they've been
I
swimming in chemicals?
Yes.
I actually used
Oh.
to drink 2+ liters of cola every day, right?
Wow.
That's
And I
fair
switched
amount,
to water
Jesus.
2 years ago.
Okay, let me just point out.
How are you feeling between
I-
now and then?
Let me just point out, Soth.
Oh, no
That's
difference.
Roughly
Okay.
1 6-pack, not 26 of them.
Yes, but the time frame for humans is also a lot longer. Right, the study was
No.
probably done within like a year.
No, the whole point is that it was the level of dosage. Level of dosage is within a certain time frame. That does not extend for humans.
I mean, aspartame has more problems than just cancer, right? And those are definitely proven.
Like
That's
it
why you
doesn't
do
really taste
long-term
like sugar.
studies. This is
Where
the reason why you
it
do
tricks
long-term
the body into thinking you're getting sugar when you're not, and it causes your You do not feel satiated, proud, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, which makes you eat more, right? Which
No,
is the
boredom
exact
makes me eat more.
opposite of
See, that's really the big
what you
thing.
want.
You know, the fact
No,
that the
Bard, we
potato
can't.
chips,
It's really good.
the fact that the potato chips
Wait,
are right in
what?
front of me
Oh, there
makes
we
me
go.
eat them.
Yeah, now we can.
Okay.
Right?
I for some reason it wasn't working before. I don't know what's changed.
Plugged it in.
No, it's been plugged in the whole time. I literally
Okay.
didn't do anything.
Unmuted yourself?
It wasn't muted. I don't know.
Did you
okay?
actually speak up with your actual
You're
voice?
muted.
Maybe that was my problem. I don't know. Can
we
I
can't
be
read your
blunt
mind.
on
You have to
something?
enunciate that stuff. Like
Yeah.
Was
Do
Mac
you-
fucking with you and muting you on the server?
no, I
Probably.
was not. Although that's a really fun idea. Thank you for that, Arendus.
So,
My
on the
pleasure.
topic of diet drinks with sweeteners, I'm just going to say, and what their problems is, I'm just going to say what my dentist said to me. Just fucking don't. It's just as bad as normal Coke for your teeth.
Yeah, because what's bad for your teeth isn't necessarily the
It's
sugar.
the acid.
It's the acid, yeah.
Yeah, it's an acidic environment, yeah, and it's always going to be bad for your teeth. But like,
Yeah, but
what
if
we're
you're a
saying is,
basic
like, there's
bitch, then it just
more-
balances out.
There's more issues than just, obviously being bad for your teeth as well. Like, it is bad for your teeth, regardless of whether you're using, whether you're drinking Diet Coke or regular Coke,
Oh,
I feel
Stevie.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty
Or
good.
tea, which is acidic.
Or tea,
Or
depends-
coffee.
Screaming
levels
PC's
of
comment
levels
is
of
good.
levels of acidity is
Only barbarians drink
relative.
coffee.
Coffee's gross. I hate coffee.
Hey,
Yeah,
Screaming
fuck
PC. This is why you go private in the UK, okay?
I don't do drugs.
Yeah, it's just bad.
You also have to understand that, like, if you're living close to a US airbase, then they'll have, like, decent dentists as well, because Americans will not tolerate not having decent dentistry.
Yeah.
Is that why some of them actually fly to Turkey to get a root canal done? Because it's cheaper
Who
to
the fuck-
pay the.
Well,
Who
there's
the fuck-
also that,
Who-
yeah.
Who goes to Turkey to get
Cheaper.
dental work done?
Yeah,
Because
people
it's
do, 'cause it's
cheaper
really
to
cheap.
pay for the plane and the dentist than it is to do it in the US.
Guess why it's cheaper though, Eric?
Dude, there was a point that if you had, like, if you were going to be potentially meeting somebody in, like, Scotland for a corporate meeting, that it was actually cheaper to fly both of you wherever you were to, like, Spain and have the meeting there and then fly back, then actually get, like, transport up.
I mean, that's still kind of true in some cases. It would be cheaper for me to fly abroad and then up north.
I
than
definitely
to
knew.
take a train up north.
I definitely heard that it was cheaper to own a house in like Barcelona, and commute via, like, plane to wherever you're working in the UK than actually living in the UK.
Somehow doesn't shock me.
Right? Fucking hell.
I'm looking at the show notes here. Is that Keepstar real?
Wait, what keeps stuff?
Don't think it's real. I think it's a mock-up that people
a
have
mock-up?
made. But, like, because it is very much it's got a tag of CC please, right? CCP please. But I think there's a lot of I feel like it could spark a new war, and that's content
you wanna
for
put
everybody.
these up, Eric?
Right? Like, I just think it's
you
great.
mean what would spark the war is actually having this?
Yes, yeah, or
Hold it. Wait, I'm trying to figure out which link you guys are talking about.
it's the
We're talking about the Weep Keepstar.
Oh, okay,
It's-
okay.
Incarnate
it's-
Keepstar.
Okay.
Where is it?
Okay. I'm gonna pull this up here.
I gotta say,
Would
the
you-
lighting on the second one, on the Satir, that is pretty cool.
All right, here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
There you go. That, I mean, dude, it's cool looking. Cool looking Keepstar.
There's some good variations. There's like a yeah. The tier 1, the Ethanols one's pretty cool. Yeah. I like it.
See, I'd say we can't even rule out.
Oh, there's more. There's more.
Yep,
Look.
yep. Just hit the little thing.
Yep, little thing. There we go. That is kind of cool looking.
Well, Ardor Steve, like you know, make a weeb goon
Gate.
You know. Yeah, I kind of feel like that would definitely there would be wars.
That way,
you know, about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Considering what fights have broken out on, you know, regarding weeb stuff before, like I can definitely see that.
It would be pretty cruel if we get this before Cadius.
Yeah. That is the natural extension after Cadius, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, congratulations, we now have Cadius in game. You know, weeb holograms on you know, on Keepstars and such things will be the next thing. Definitely.
Imagine you could put these on ships like hood ornaments.
I can't rule out.
Oh wow!
They've kind of talked about more customization this year, right?
I don't think that's what they were talking about.
Why not?
I don't know why, but when you say putting that sort of stuff on, like hood ornaments, it reminds me of a particular part of a Tom Green episode. I don't know if you guys know about this one, but like, if you know who Tom Green is, right?
Know who Tom Green is? Yeah,
you know who Tom Green is. Like he resprayed his parents' hood of their car at one point.
Okay.
It with a very adult scene. Let's put it that way. And when it's fun,
I don't think we're getting.
No, I don't think we're gonna get that. But like, yeah, it reminded me when you said like, "Oh yeah, we could have these hood ornaments." It's like, oh god,
crazy. Hey, I wanted to take a moment here to do an unusual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to post a link here in chat. Okay, but before I do, so many years ago, more of a friend of my sister's than me, but certainly we all knew each other's family. There was a couple of folks driving around in high school, and they had a big accident, and she had a traumatic brain injury as a result of this particular thing. She's much older now, right? She's really done well. She's got her doctorate, things like that. But she is doing some fundraising for traumatic brain injuries, right? So, by the way, no pressure to anyone or our audience or anything to give any donations. I'm actually going to donate later today. But I'm going to post a link up here. I'll post it at the end of the show as well. If anybody would like to give, $1, $2, $5, whatever, please consider it. Okay. So this is this is the BIA USA organization, and they do a lot of that. And I know this. I'm not going to use her name, but let me see what I can share without ratting someone out. Where the hell did I just have my phone with that info on it? There it is.
No idea.
Actually, you're going to see who this individual is anyway, because this is her fundraising page for the Brain Injury Association of America. So So this young lady, Catherine, she's a little older now. She's awesome. She's actually really had a long road back to. But this isn't for her individually. This is just for the Association for Research, and she's got her doctorate in this, and she speaks all over the country on these type of things. So yeah, a few shekels extra.
This isn't a kind of like this isn't like an individual GoFundMe. It's like it's for the org.
Yeah. She's just raising money. She has a target. She's getting pretty close. We'll get her even closer today when I do a little something. So we'll see. But yeah, if you consider it, please do. Traumatic brain injuries are pretty tough, right? And people get it for various reasons. So that's all. Let's go back to your regularly scheduled program.
I just realized with with the final completion of assembly of Arendis's prize looking was it Republic Venator, right?
Yes.
Well, we haven't had you haven't done a champagne, smash the champagne over the side of it, kind of, like unveiling. Well, not unveiling, but like official sort of announcement sort of thing. But I think maybe like tying a string onto a bottle of champagne and smashing it onto the side might throw it straight off the thing and snap it in half. So.
It might.
That would be probably not wise. Yeah, christening or launching a ship. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, because that's what you do with a new ship. But I think what you need is like a really tiny little like Lego bottle of champagne.
Lego bottle of champagne.
Can get that. Like, can you get that? Like, I'm wondering now.
I mean,
probably.
It is supposed to break, right? If it doesn't, that's bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when you want to donate to something, you're typing it out, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I got to put the CCV code on my credit card in," and you're sitting there going, "Oh yeah, don't have my wallet." multitasking. But hey,
there are little Lego wine bottles that you can get.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty large.
Oh wow, yeah. Hold it. I like the Lego man that you glue on top of the cork to reseal a bottle. That's good. I like that.
Nice.
Oh, hold it. You've got things that look like a bottle of whiskey. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. Like, technically, you can one of those bottles can break in half. So.
Okay. I found a
dude. Do it.
Sitting at a chair with what looks like a bottle of bourbon in a glass. Oh my God. There is Lego everything.
There is. I took this out.
Yes, there is.
So yeah, Ren just needs to get one of those and launch the ship properly.
I dubbed the Flying Wasp.
That was a great little find.
So
I mean, strictly speaking, the display isn't quite done yet.
Oh, what's missing?
Well, so you see the minifigs beneath it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now just looking at those minifigs, obviously enough, you've got some recognizable characters down there. Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, Rex, right? I've even managed to get a Jesse minifig, right? So Lego's got a set out now, a diorama of Vader boarding Princess Leia's Corvette from the first, the original Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
But because it's, the big 20 years of Lego or 25 years of Lego Star Wars or whatever, right? A lot of the sets they're coming out with right now have a bonus minifig. And the bonus minifig on this set is Fives. It's the only way to get the Fives minifig.
Who's five?
So-
Sorry, who are we talking about?
One of the
Uncultured
clones from the 501st from the Clone Wars, Fives.
Oh, okay.
The one who actually finds out about the inhibitor chips first and tries to warn everyone else. So
Right, okay.
that set's not going to ship until May 1st. But once I get it, then I'll
He's
be adding
definitely-
him to the display because he definitely needs to be in there. Just, they keep doing this to me. I'm sure come June there's going to be something else that needs to be added to this.
So I gotta go to my space meeting, but before I go, I just want to say that I started streaming on Twitch right now, just Baldur's Gate. If anyone wants to watch me, you can.
You're streaming an Ilum meeting?
No, not right.
I'm telling
saying,
Asher.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
telling
Yeah.
Asher. That's
Go
ridiculous.
ahead.
She says
tell
no,
him.
but she means yes.
Yes. So, if you guys want to
That's
watch
not
me
a
on
thing,
my
by the way,
stream,
guys.
you can. It won't be on INN because getting certain people just don't answer me. So I'm just doing it on my own channel, and it's fun for me trying to figure out how fucking things work. So I'm doing a lot of Googling. So if you guys want to come over and check me out.
I was about to make a snide joke about how fucking things works, but it's Baldur's Gate, so yeah.
Yeah,
Figuring out how to
pretty
fuck
much.
everything is probably a thing,
So,
That is the right ballpark to be doing that in.
Yeah. It really
correct.
is.
So, all right. Well, you guys have fun. I will
It's
be
a very
back
apt description as well.
next week. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, Jesus.
Since we started talking about bacon earlier, now I want like bacon and eggs for dinner later
Wow.
tonight.
45
Bacon and
minutes
eggs.
ago.
I know, but you said bacon.
He needed time for it to percolate through.
That's the power of Inception, right there.
Okay. I'm old. My processor's still an 8088. Okay.
Wow.
It just goes slow. All right. Breakfast for dinner. Blinner.
Mm-hmm.
Brenner. I know. Now I'm trying to figure out, the problem is, we've got leftover. Well, I have leftover. What is it? General Tso's shrimp from last night. So I can
that
eat
sounds
that
great.
too. They do.
Good.
We have a fantastic Asian restaurant. And they only have two in the city. One the father still runs, and this one the son runs out by us. They're phenomenal. You can get General Tso's chicken, which is an American creation, I think, right? It's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an Americanization, yeah.
So traditionally, that is dark chicken meat, breaded, deep fried, and then put the sauce on and all that stuff, right? They always had the option to do white meat only if you wanted to. But now they've added you can get it breaded or not breaded either way. So you can have the chicken. So it's like the chicken in, like chicken and broccoli, or whatever, but you can get it white and dark meat each way. But then they do, General Tso's shrimp too, which is excellent. Love General Tso's shrimp. Fried chicken and waffles. Dude, actually tomorrow I can get that at our breakfast place around here. I have never been a fried chicken and waffles guy. Have you guys? You guys ever had that?
Why do you put meat on waffles?
I don't know. It's a very southern thing. Because fried chicken, right?
Because we like our waffles sweet,
yeah.
right? We put like applesauce on them.
Oh, no. It is literally fried chicken on top of waffles with syrup on top of all of it.
What?
It's yes, fried chicken and waffles. It's a thing, and people love it.
So, South, here's how you make sense of
Yeah.
that, okay? It's Merkins.
Merkins.
Okay. Yeah.
Merkins.
Yeah.
Good point.
You know, it's like sausage gravy and biscuits, baby. Not cookies, actual buttermilk biscuits.
Yeah, it's what we in the UK would call scones.
Yeah. Some places you can whip cream. Yeah. You get whipped cream on, add it on there.
That's just okay. That's going a bit too kind of on the to the sweet side. Like
Ketchup and curry on hot dogs. Now, I don't want curry on hot dogs. Chicago dogs are good though, with little sport peppers and all that shit.
But you're fine with chili on hot dogs.
See, you know, we were talking about how Americans put cheese and
chili
bacon
dogs?
on everything. You know what
We don't put
Germans put on everything?
What fucking scones do you like have that you're chipping teeth on? What the fuck? Sorry,
what-
I saw that in chat and I was like, what the fuck is going on there?
Aren't scones supposed to be like soft and buttery?
Yeah, that's why I'm there going, what the fuck's going on there?
So I want to know, South Show, what do Germans put on everything? Sauerkraut? What?
No. Curry ketchup.
Curry ketchup. That sounds
Yes.
native German.
I can see that catching on in various different places in the UK.
You know where I live, they have a husband and wife.
I don't mean like putting curry powder on ketchup, right? There's actually this
The brand,
this curry ketchup brand here, that I swear every German knows this one. It's called Heller. It is the best fucking ketchup.
We have
What's it
a
called?
It's like Kewpie mayo. Like you can I know that I can finally get Kewpie mayo in the UK. And people are like, why are you spending so much money on, just some other random mayo? And it's like, it's definitely a better mayo.
Yeah, I linked it in stuff. I guarantee you, every German knows that ketchup.
I love how you. Hang on, what? Okay, yeah. So you say that it's not just curry powder.
I would be
ketchup.
really,
I would say
really
that it
hesitant.
pretty much is.
I would be really, really hesitant about consuming condiments named after a deity of death.
If you want to be really fancy, you mix that 1-to-1 with mayo and dip your fries in it.
Oh, that should be pretty fucking nice, yeah. I can see that working.
in my town there's a comic. It's just a one-page comic. It's a husband and wife on top of a mountain ledge, right? And she's talking about how she got non-Heinz Hunt's ketchup on sale and he could use it. And he's kicking her off the side of the mountain. Heinz ketchup, unadulterated. That's it, baby, on your fries.
I would say that, like,
Well, yeah, but you're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could. I mean, mayo's not bad, and some people, dip it in their milkshake, dip their fries in a milkshake. But I mean, we put fries in everything, right? So, like a Pittsburgh steak salad has fries on it, right? Crazy,
There's people
I
who
was
put
more thinking about
fries-
the irrational devotion to the Heinz legacy.
Yeah, I know.
There's
I know. Well,
people
yeah.
who put fries in a doner. I think that's weird, but some people apparently
Fries
like
in a
it.
donut.
A doner.
in a doner kebab.
That's kind of strange. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is. I don't like my fries soggy. I like them, crispy on the outside.
Fluffy on the inside.
Some weird
crispy on
people
the
out
outside.
there.
Yes.
Like, the world is full of
Well, then you got the Canadians, right? Poutine, Canadians, right? Gravy and fries and cheese curds, which, by the way, are really good.
I mean, if it's the national dish, then it must be a national dish for a reason, right?
Donut buns with Commander Starscream. You're talking like a glazed donut bun on a cheeseburger. I've had that. That's actually good. Bacon cheeseburger.
I have heard of somebody taking a donut, cutting it in half, and using it as like the bun for a cheeseburger. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. And I remember when we got like a replacement for our fucking panini maker, whatever. It had like replacement. It has a whole bunch of like different like grill things that you can put, and one of them was actually a waffle maker. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking make some waffles. Ended up making some waffles, which are pretty cool. But I ended up trying, like a non-sweet waffle in a sort of breakfast sort of combination, just bacon and sort of scrambled eggs. Right? It's actually not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean,
I wouldn't have it every. I wouldn't. It's very much an occasional thing. Like,
if you look at it, like American burgers are usually on a very sweet bun, right?
I don't like sweet buns.
Depends. No.
I said
you hear about
not always.
you hear about brioche buns and stuff. Like normally burgers are put on brioche buns in like posh kind of restaurants and stuff like that.
Posh.
Yeah, they try and go all out on every single kind of.
Yeah, but then again, if you
that's
go
where they
for
make
the
them
classic,
like super fucking high, and
if you go for the classic American burger, which is McDonald's, right? Very sweet bun.
That bun's not sweet.
I would
not say McDonald's is the classic American burger.
nor
maybe McDonald's would, but like I mean that's fucking
nor is the bun sweet.
I mean, I'd say it's sweeter than a regular
in that bun. Trust me,
it's not sweet.
Bun,
yeah. I'd say it's sweeter than a regular bun.
Definitely. The who was it? Meppa out there saying trying to change his diet healthy, and you know what so one of the things I do now, I've lost close to 60 pounds here in the last 6 months here. So and by the way, when I go out, and if I'm golfing and I'm at the club and doing whatever afterwards, I'm going to have like a burger or something like that. Okay. And instead of the fries, Meppa, just ask them if they'll sub a side salad, man, wherever you're at.
I mean, and
I don't know about that. It's great.
I've heard like if they are going to do that, try and get like the salad dressing like in a separate thing. Because like
I have
heard
pretty much
that the like salad dressing that they do kind of include with the things is like really fucking bad,
It just depends on where you are, right? I just get like a balsamic vinaigrette
I'm just saying if you get it separately, you can put a small amount on and not like douse the fucking shit in it, like so.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot better and that's a lot healthier.
Yeah, there's not a lot of carbs in like an Italian or a balsamic vinaigrette in the U.S., so you're not really going to kill yourself. But yeah,
as long as it's not like a creamy Italian.
Yeah, not a creamy Italian, but yes. So, but just do that. I mean, it matters.
And if you can,
when you get your side salad, do not have them add bacon bits and shredded cheese.
Oh no, you can. I will tell you, I have.
Have I told you day, how we eat kale here?
Yeah, it's terrible. I will tell everybody. I eat a salad
kale here.
By the way,
is that inclusive of the meat salad that you have?
By the way, this is true. This is the size. See this little bowl here, right? This is my lunch every day. I have a salad in that bowl. It has bacon. It has shredded cheese. It has big green olives, and an Italian dressing every day.
Sure,
I eat that for lunch.
Are you having that as your lunch, or are you having that as like a substitute for fries in your lunch?
No, that is actually what I eat for lunch pretty much every day.
If you're trying to do the side salad as a substitute for your fries, then don't have them throw in all of the extras that will just bring up your
Oh, yeah.
calorie count again.
Yeah, and tomatoes and all that stuff. But yes,
I have linked to a picture on how Germans eat kale in stuff. Right? We cook the kale with meat and sausages in it, so it actually takes up the taste of the meat.
and it isn't hard and unable to chew.
It's not. It's
this
not
is how
hard.
Germans
you,
eat
you
kale.
cook it down.
We cook the kale with the meat and the sausages and the potatoes, and then when we prepare it all, we simply do not eat the kale.
No, the kale is awesome. Really, it tastes super meaty because you cook the meat in it.
It's just additional roughage at that point. Like that's all it is.
Well,
like
it's
additional fiber, and you've also got some of the nutritional benefits from it, but you don't taste it. So, and like, who the fuck wants to actually taste the taste of kale? Like, honestly, truthfully, nobody.
I mean, it doesn't really taste like much.
By the way, I remember when
it's more getting past the sort of like, the fucking, chewiness of it. That's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta cook it for 8 years.
I mean, you cook that for like 2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So you really cook it down. My mom actually
put it in the blender and you puree it until it's nothing but a mush, and then you cook it for like 3 or 4 hours.
You are joking.
It has absolutely no texture left at all.
My mom actually puts it through a meat grinder before she cooks it.
The kale. You put the kale through a meat grinder.
Totally not surprised.
She puts the kale through a meat grinder.
That's a considerate mother right there. That's what that is.
Then you light it all on fire, mix the ashes in with the meat.
Oh, God.
By the way, for those who go to Olive Garden and what I forget, I think it's the Tuscan potato soup that they've got there with the soup and the sausage and everything, and the green stuff is kale in that.
Yep.
But yeah, we don't eat a ton of kale. It's like there was a time when people said, "Hey, eat kale salads," and everybody was like, "This sucks." That ended real soon. But yes, cooking kale in soups and things is not a bad thing because it holds its shape through the cooking process, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, unless you put it through the meat grinder.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus.
The other thing I can't, one of the southern delicacies that I can't stand is like fried okra.
Ugh.
Like okra. I'm not an okra guy.
No.
Something I've tried.
What is that?
Okra?
Yeah.
It's a weird southern vegetable. And by the way, Scythe will end up showing up saying, "Oh, I can't believe you don't like okra."
Like
Fuck you. Yeah.
Kind of like it's sort of a it's of the mallow family, so
what is it? Back in the 80s, Campbell's soup.
Looks weird.
It's also known as ladyfingers. I don't know. I don't know.
Campbell's soup, played with putting okra in their vegetable beef soup and stuff, and that didn't last long. They can keep their okra, grits, and biscuits and gravy. No. Biscuits and gravy and grits. I love them. Grits are like so versatile. You can make them sweet. You can make them savory. This was a drunken conversation on the beach one evening when I was on vacation. How do you like your grits? Now, don't get me like cream of wheat or any of that bullshit. I hate cream of wheat, okay? But grits? Oh, yeah. You can... little butter, little salt and pepper.
You are welcome to all the grits you want. I want nothing to do with them.
You don't like shrimp and grits? No shrimp and grits for Randus? Shrimp and grits. I'm sitting there going, people who pay $25 for shrimp and grits, I'm sitting there going, you got 4 fucking shrimp and a bowl of grits, and you paid $25 for that. How stupid are you?
I paid $25 for somebody else to take the grits. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, collard greens, too. I don't like collard greens, even though,
Yeah, that's all the thing here.
They're cooked
collard
in bacon.
Are fine.
But I don't like collards. Yeah.
Grits are nice, though.
So yeah,
I have a feeling the Renders has had a bad experience with grits.
I don't know what. I mean, grits is really just cornmeal ground up and boiled. I mean, it's not quite cornmeal ground up.
I think maybe it's the texture.
Rin's dealt with way too many Southerners who swore by grits while growing up.
I got my Southern in like 2-week intervals throughout my life, so I'm kind of good.
So when I was a kid,
Yeah.
my father was stationed at Norfolk Navy Base. So
Okay, Norfolk.
until I was 14, I was in Virginia, and
Virginia's for lovers. Virginia's for lovers.
Family up in Charlottesville.
Oh, Charlottesville.
And then we had family further into the mountains. So every summer, we'd go schlepping up into the fucking Blue Ridge Valley.
They had grits in the Blue Ridge Mountains?
Of course they did. Every goddamn fucking morning was, all right, let's go to Denny's for breakfast.
Oh, you had Denny's grits. Oh my God.
When
you go up in the mountains.
Sundays was today's special. We're going over to Shoney's Big Boy.
Oh, Shoney's and Denny's, like the greasiest places under the sun.
Wait. When you say grits, do you mean maize grits or oats?
Oats are different. They're made with corn. Grits.
No, there are grits made out of oats.
I've never heard of them in the U.S.
We
have oatmeal. We have oatmeal.
No, it's different than oatmeal.
I gotta Google this.
I've never encountered oat grits.
No.
Really?
Quaker Oats makes grits, but they're not made out of oats.
I've not experienced any of it, so I have absolutely zero to contribute on this one.
See, if you're gonna eat oatmeal that's boiled oatmeal, sliced up oats, right? It's called oatmeal here.
See, we are not big on maize, so
yeah, grits are made out of cornmeal.
Yeah,
not here.
The majority of our
when you're talking grits here, it's oats.
Okay, so that's oatmeal here.
Oatmeal is a different process.
Yeah, oatmeal is rolled and steel cut basically, and we just boil them in water or milk and eat them.
Well, we boil them in water or milk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or both at the same time.
See, here in the U.S., grits are only made from cornmeal. And I will tell you,
I would probably not like that.
So and we kind of have so those you're probably referring to what we call.
I love tortillas. I love cornbread, but grits just no.
The grits and hush puppies.
On that front, I probably would side with the Renders there. Like not.
So you take grits?
Not feeling the sort of like the grits thing, but I'm fine with corn tortillas and stuff.
Yeah, grits have a polenta texture for sure, but it's more watery. But what grits by themselves are kind of boring, right? You got to put stuff in them, like you put cheeses and maybe some poblano peppers. Fantastic.
Grits by themselves, aka mush.
Mush. That's what they are. It's mush. That is what they used to call it back in the Little Rascals days, right?
This sounds like the pros and cons of gruel. Like this is what this sounds like.
It very much is gruel. Yes.
I was just there thinking to myself, like, okay, so it's something that has a really what sounds like unpleasant texture, no real taste. sounds like
Like, you
it's
could- you could get away
something
with-
made from an offshoot that people don't really want, or
You could get
it's
away
really
with
that
calling
costly.
it porridge if you're being generous.
Well, no. Both oats and grits are a type of porridge.
Like I said, you could get away with that if you're feeling generous. But really,
This made me
So-
think of
so-
Oliver and fucking gruel.
what do
and
you
shit.
call it
please,
if you
sir,
make
I
a
don't want any.
Yes,
Wait,
please, sir.
wait.
Can I have anything but this? Fuck my life.
what do you call it when you make a porridge out of fruit?
A smoothie.
Yeah. Smoothie.
No, thickened up.
Oh, like
A smoothie.
A smoothie.
a thick smoothie.
Smoothies are still thick.
Where are you going with this, Sod?
Because we call this grütze.
Oh,
which
okay. Like I would say, if you
translates-
freeze it, then you.
it translates to grits, right? Makes no sense to a German. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think if you took the German version of grits and the American version of grits, you'd have two very different things.
Oh yes.
And strangely enough, I think if I tried both of them, I'd be like, yeah, I prefer the German cuisine. Oddly enough.
The Nordic countries call it grill.
All right.
Like we
Which
share that kind of cuisine.
So I'm reading something here, right? And they
God.
say, one of the things they say is, when you talk about, where was it? I lost it.
Mm.
Something about, grits are made from coarsely ground maize. Scottish porridge is made from rolled oats. So says this law school professor who's
Yep,
full of shit, probably.
That sounds right.
Grits are
At least
more
in those
similar
kind of
to
areas.
polenta than they are to porridge in the U.S. Speaking in terms of like the U.S., right?
Mhm.
But grits are white, whereas polenta tends to be yellower, right?
Yes, polenta is yellow.
Yeah, I mean, I just
yellow. It's actually yellow.
I just had a beautiful polenta dish the other day with
Soft. Yellow is yellower than white.
Mhm.
Okay, fair.
He got you on that one.
So yeah, in the South they use grits on so
wait,
many
Meppa,
things.
Meppa, are you shit talking overcooked pork? Because you know that's kind of awesome if it like just falls off the bone.
I'm just saying, right, Meppa.
That's
I'm not entirely certain.
That's not.
I'm not entirely certain where Meppa's from, but like pulled pork is basically just overcooked pork, and then you're like, oh crap, this has gotten a bit dry. We have to we have to wet this up with a fucking barbecue sauce to make it actually worthwhile.
I have a theory here, Meppa. Are you by chance French or Italian?
It could be. You never knew.
Let's see.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Unless there are legitimate religious causes, do not diss dead pig. I don't care what form it comes in.
How about tripe?
And we salute you for that, Meppa.
Are you dissing the tripe?
He's a
Or the-
Finn.
Or the
Okay.
chitlins?
You
Or the
eat-
chitlins? Horrendous?
You eat rotten
chitlins?
fish. Come on.
Chitlins?
You know, I'm not a huge fan, but I can tolerate chitlins.
Okay. I would not come anywhere near chitlins. No, chitlins are not pickled pig's feet. They're a little more inside the pig.
No, okay, so what we call the term we use for pickled pig's feet is pickled pig's
Pickled
feet.
pig's feet. Which, by the way, my mother loves. I mean, not that she like eats them like now, but when she was a young girl with her grandfather, this is back in the early 50s, right? Her and her grandfather would sit on the couch after work and they'd have like a pickled pig's foot and some beer. Yes, I know she was a little girl, but they'd just get a little swig from grandpa,
Okay, total subject change, all right?
Yeah.
But Eric,
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody else here is significantly younger, so they may not quite have the same
Okay.
level of associations with it, all right?
Okay.
How fucking weird is it that the 20s talks about now and not, Al Capone now? Like, when
Hold
you
it. Say
think the
that again?
20s, when you think the 20s,
Yeah.
do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about, the gangsters, or do you think about now?
I think about like Al Capone.
Right. But no, it's now.
Stock market crash, right? Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, no, good point. 2020. So people talk about the 20s. You're like, oh yeah,
An age of
the
rampant
roaring
crime
20s. Oh wait,
and world
Flappers.
distress and economic issues, and all right, so maybe it's not that different.
I was gonna say, a crime syndicate like trying to
Hey,
control
just saying.
the government. Like,
I'm just saying we're not getting political, but Haiti's now run by a dude named Barbecue. I'm just saying.
Wait, what? Okay.
So, Meppa,
just look up barbecue in Haiti, and that's all you gotta just Google it.
Oh, fucking
dude
Haiti,
with
okay.
a nickname Barbecue now runs Haiti. Barbecue.
So,
yes, yeah.
We
Barbecue.
had a little meetup in Copenhagen last year. And I was very excited to go try out some different food.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that in Copenhagen, you literally get the exact same food you get here in northern Germany.
Which is weird because, like, he didn't think those stores delivered that far away.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, Uber Eats has far reach, baby.
To be fair, it's not that far away. Denmark isn't really big.
Good point.
So I went to Copenhagen for something different for dinner, and it was weird. My mom was still there.
Sorry. Haiti is truly a dumpster fire. Yes, it is, caviar. It's scary. By the way, I like the only food I don't like is like Indian and Thai food.
It sounds more
now I've never had I've never really had anything in Africa. No, I mean fire up the Mexican heat and stuff like that with their peppers and things. I love it.
Okay.
Northern Italian, Southern Italian, French food's good. English,
Malaysian.
I can't name anything specifically Malaysian that I've had. So,
are you good with
kimchi?
Coriander, or as you guys would call cilantro?
Oh, I love it. That's big in Mexican
so it's not
food.
It's not
right? Mexican food.
Okay, yeah, because it's also.
I mean, I don't particularly
like.
I don't like particularly, traditional Spanish food where you got the head on the fish sitting on your plate. But yeah, I mean,
what?
No, I was
That's
just
more of
wondering
a-
whether you.
Look at it.
You keep the head on so it doesn't get dry. Come on.
You don't have to
No, you
have dry
animate
fish
the
because
head.
the
You
head's
animate the
not.
head to freak people out.
Fish heads, roly poly,
You-
fish heads, fish heads, eat them
Oh,
up.
God.
Yum. I love
That used to be a running joke in my D&D group.
I got news for you, Sauce. I used to be a running joke in every D&D group.
I know. Fish is terrible in the Mediterranean. Really? Is it? I don't know. I'm surprised.
Usually,
I'm
I'd
not-
suggest taking it out of the sea first.
By the way, so I don't know if this translates to Europe, right? So, but I would think it would, at least Italy, right? I mean, I don't know. So the whole, as you're going through Lent, the fish on Friday thing and all that stuff that goes on, right? And where I live, it's traditionally been very, very, very Catholic. So everybody just does fish on Friday, right? Not just the Catholics, things like that. And my wife asked me yesterday, she goes, do Christians do fish on Friday like, Catholics do? And to me, that was a very funny question. And I still haven't
yes.
completely. I'm looking for. I still haven't completely trolled her over everything on that, but I'm going to continue to do it.
She deserves to be trolled for as long as she realizes. Quite what.
Yeah.
Has she realized why? Has she realized why that's a dumb thing to say?
Not yet, but I laughed at her a lot before dinner yesterday.
Just continue until she has figured it out. Like
as I ate my shrimp in my tuna roll.
That's only a dumb thing to say. If you're
It's
Catholic.
not dumb. It's not dumb.
And the reason I say that is because most Christian denominations here in the States that are not Catholic will seriously say there is room for debate as to whether or not Catholics are Christian.
Irrelevant of that. We're not engaging in that conversation. Just the
okay. So
we're gonna troll Mrs. Erik for weeks to come now. At least until Scythe's wedding.
So I have to ask, like, I'm wondering whether we should get into a particular topic of conversation, a particular topic that was brought up in the, in staff only.
We should not.
I'm afraid that if we do that, like that we might get the channel in trouble and maybe the VOD kind of like removed again.
I think the.
But do we really want to talk? Do we really want to talk about Dune 2 spoilers?
No.
No.
You have in the first half.
Hold it. I don't know.
No.
Dune 2.
Who hasn't watched Dune 2 here? Like,
me.
I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it. I want to see it again.
But I do want to point out, I've read the book.
So
okay, well you
I kind of know
what I want to say.
I read the book and I saw the '84 version. So.
Yeah, I saw the '84 version as well.
I went to rewatch the '84 one after the part 2, and
okay.
Honestly, and I don't mean to be harsh, but it does, like when you rewatch the '84 version after Villeneuve's one.
Yeah,
it does come. It does present itself more like a parody. It really does, like a drug trip / parody of what Dune should be.
That's not just after watching the Villeneuve version. That is generally the vibe it gives off.
Mac,
yeah,
Mac, don't you understand?
Yeah. What?
When they made that movie, they were all on the spice.
They were on something.
I'm just gonna say, I would have liked
definitely on something.
I would have liked Dune 1 and Dune 2 more if they had pugs. They didn't have any pugs. It was a little disheartening.
The pugs thing was weird. Like, and
maybe some Virginia Madsen narration.
Yeah. Potentially.
I mean, when
I really liked what Villeneuve did to it. Like there were bits of it that like I understood a lot more as to like, oh yeah, the reasonings why and like the more complex kind of story behind it, sort of thing. Watching the '84 version, you're just like, oh, so they're just accepted into the group. Oh, so they're just accepted into the group. Oh, and just so happens that the whole seat is just lined up to hear him speak about something. Just out of the blue, all of this like weird shit. Like,
on the other hand, it was the '80s.
It was the '80s, yeah.
It's like, by the way, so does this storytelling make sense? I don't know, but we're watching the A-Team when we get home. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not only that, you gotta say the '84 version of Dune did have a better soundtrack. Come on.
So, while I haven't seen it, I do know that Villeneuve actually snuck in some of Giga's original artwork into the movie.
There is electric guitars in the Villeneuve Dune score. You wouldn't notice it, but it like the bit that sounds like bagpipes in part 1 is actually done on guitar.
Bagpipes.
Sure, those
He
aren't
lost me
like
at
bagpipes.
Yeah, bagpipes. No. I'm gonna say
when they first land on Dune,
Yeah, and
that bit.
Villeneuve has this this guitar player that he uses for pretty much all of his soundtracks. Who also played the guitar and made it sound like a bagpipe.
Yeah. I would also say that there is also there's a funny sort of anecdotal kind of thing about the '84 David Lynch one.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
In the fact that Lynch admitted that he didn't actually read Dune before he started doing it.
That's okay.
Oh my god!
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. Like,
no, that's okay though. That's okay though. I'm not gonna require a director to be like intimately familiar with all of the source material for sci-fi stuff when they're adapting it.
But I will say that like as the story progresses, it does get more mental and more weird and more like just out there.
Yeah.
And part of that is down to Frank Herbert just deciding maybe doing all the drugs. I don't know, but like he definitely decided that like he did not want to take himself and like the content too seriously, and so he started like just having fun with it.
Have you seen interviews with Frank Herbert? He definitely did all the drugs.
Okay, he did all the drugs. Yeah.
That's fair.
As I will tell you very, very plainly. I mean, because I've been watching the the Dune Facebook group, and they, the vitriol is amazing, right? And so, as somebody, I actually own a rare Dune encyclopedia. I've read it front to back, right? I was one of the guys who helped develop Dune Mush back when mush coding was kind of a thing, and I've read all the books multiple times. I have enjoyed the books. I've enjoyed the prequel books and the other books that his son has made. I enjoyed both versions of the movies. So I just enjoy the adaptation. It was, it's interesting to see how they do those things.
Did you play the games?
I think I spoiled the
bits with the sandworm are my favorite parts of Beetlejuice. I mean,
I remember playing the 8-bit like kind of like Dune RPG. That was good.
Yeah, I think I might have done that one, the 8-bit one. But yeah, I mean.
Did you play
there was hokiness in the 84 that was just crazy. I didn't play the RTS.
That's a recent one though, right?
Well, the RTS recent? No.
There's a recent RTS one, and there's one that's coming out soon that's going to be an MMO.
If I remember correctly, the first Dune RTS was before Command and Conquer.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't.
And it was actually legitimately good.
I'm gonna need to fucking check that out then. It's like I don't think I did. I played an RPG, like I played an 8-bit RPG kind of thing, and that was cool. That was like probably one of the first games that I kind of played. Maybe I played a few others. Like I think I may have played like SimCity and some other things like before that. But
okay, there's one thing that I do have to know. I have to have confirmed about the new Dune,
okay.
Part 2. All right, and it's an important distinction from the '84 Dune. And while the '84 Dune, I think, definitely benefits from it, I need to make sure that the new one does not have this, because just the way times have, just because of the sheer effect of time on both people and culture, I think it would be a very different effect. And so, there's no shots of Sting in a diaper in this one, right?
No. But Sting had the diaper cleaned and offered it to the new Fade Rotha at the premiere. I mean,
you'd expect that of Sting. He's a very generous guy.
That's a quote from Sting. That's I did read that, but yes.
Oh,
Which is, you know, I
Jesus.
mean that would be a very different thing now.
So
Probably a very different kind of diaper now too. So.
It wasn't
I do want to address something that I think is a little bit
wasn't
unfair,
like
though.
it wasn't rubberized or whatever the fuck that thing was. I mean, it was woo.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that thing was is an accurate description of it.
I don't know. I mean, but I think he glistened because they had to put so much baby oil on Sting in that scene just to get him in that thing. I mean, my God.
Do you think his wife is complaining?
Which Sting wife? I mean, he's had a couple, right? But yeah. By the way, I like Sting. I like his music. I like his acting. But you know, I liked his fade. But yeah, the diaper was a little scary.
That was. I mean, there was a lot of weird fucking stuff that, you know, in the '84 version. I would like to point out. I would like to say something about the Part 2 one, which is you know has been a bit sort of a I don't know contested. I don't think it's like that much. It's something I think is a little unfair, right? And that's the whole like, oh, Christopher Walken was a bad kind of choice for the Emperor, right? Honestly, I mean, when you watch it, like he doesn't have that many lines and that many kind of moments to actually, you know, build the character the way that you in any particular way to make him kind of menacing or make him sort of feel like a rounded character. So like there was not really any situation or that much situation at all for Christopher Walken to actually like develop the character on screen.
Well,
so
I think
there's a little bit more in the '84 version, but like,
well, I think I read that in this version the Christopher Walken character, right, Emperor Shaddam, didn't dislike Duke Leto. Okay.
No, he didn't dislike him.
He liked him as a son, and the fact that they had to kill him, he was very downtrodden in this version because of that. I believe that's what I read.
He liked him, and he referred to him as being weak.
I'm in it.
So,
by the way, MC2 Wire, I'm in a fucking t-shirt. I'm not looking sharp today. Okay.
Hey,
I don't even fucking comb my hair. It just comes out of the shower like this. Just the way it is. Little towel. I didn't do anything. I didn't even shave today. What are you talking about looking sharp? You think you're great.
You just naturally look sharp, Eric.
Love you though, buddy. Thank you.
What do you mean today? I didn't shave the entire week.
I shave Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and sometimes on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I do not shave. That's a Mrs. Eric thing. She kind of likes a scruffy bearded guy. You know, she's not a clean shaven girl. Well, she's not a clean shaven guy girl. I should rephrase that.
TMI.
Girls shave their legs, underarms, all those things. Okay, that's what they do.
So I
at least in the US. You know,
I think seeing Dune Part 2 in IMAX is kind of like spoilt any additional IMAX films.
I cannot do IMAX. When I'm sitting in the chair and you got all the shit around you, I just can't focus on any one part and I just lose it. I do not have fun at IMAX. I wish I could.
See, someone's pointing out that he's missing Cat McCloud, and I do have to agree here, but we can't convince him to do the cat again. He doesn't wanna.
What? What am I missing?
The cat.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when you were a cat?
Meow Cloud, yeah.
Yes, Meow Cloud.
Meow Cloud.
Well, the particular kind of thing on Steam that allowed me to do that is non-functional anymore because they've, you know, done things. Like it's now depreciated.
Aww.
Yeah.
By the way, Caviar.
I'd say sad panda, but sad cat.
Yeah, sad cat.
3D IMAX for Tron Legacy. Yeah, that I could see that being an experience. Fucking hell.
So
The real question
Caviar.
is, have you ever seen
Yeah.
anything in Goo-Box?
What? Who the fuck invited you? Happy birthday,
Y'all
Scythe.
were talking about Dune, and you said some shit that was slightly off, and so I tried to join, but then my Wi-Fi network completely shot to bed.
Yeah, well, because fix your Wi-Fi at your new house, asshole. Okay? By the way,
I just spent like $8,000 on the honeymoon, so I gotta wait.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I'm older today. It's awful.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's actually your birthday
By
today.
the way, the only guy under the sun who decides to have a fucking wedding on Easter weekend. Jesus Christ.
It was that or October, and the fiance didn't want to wait that long.
Yeah, by the way.
Wanted it outdoors, and I vetoed all of summer. You're welcome, Mark.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But by the way,
a June wedding like my buddy did, and we're all wearing 3-piece suits, dying, just melting in the fucking sun with hornets flying around our heads.
We're still gonna melt in the sun.
Sounds like a whale of a time.
It's gonna be like 70 something. It'll be great.
70. We should be in shorts in 70 and golfing. Okay. By the way, Scythe is the only guy to have his bachelor party in fucking Tatooine.
Damn. Well, no, it was technically Mos Espa. Is it
whatever. Mos Espa. Yeah.
I think it's
by the way,
Tatooine. That's a hut name. So.
But by the way, I don't think that stink was a swamp. I think Demorg was farting on the way down in the car.
You know what? Yeah. That sounds right. He ate so much jerky. I could just counting.
He was. We went to Buc-ee's and they have like 80 feet of deli beef jerky of various flavors, and yes. I think Demorg ate all of it. By the way, Demorg is actually the person who got me into Eve. Yeah. We were driving through the swamps of Florida, guys. We weren't sure what it was, just so you know.
Oh, it was bad, man. Like my family has a house here. I'm used to that. It's just rotting plant. That was on a different level. Jesus.
Well, when the swamp came back in Washington D.C., I was pretty sure I figured it out.
It was the morgue. Oh man.
So everybody's now quiet. Like Scythe and Eric are like going off on a tangent.
The June thing you were talking about, where yes, the Emperor doesn't want to kill Duke Leto Atreides. In fact, it's his nephew, like direct biological nephew, if I'm doing my math right. Like he wanted to actually have him as his inheritor. But
I'm
politics is bullshit.
I'm also not going to spoil the kind of like the kind of twist that does occur in part 2.
Yeah, the change is great though.
No. Don't like, yeah.
I'm not going to say what it is. The thing they changed was good.
The thing that they changed was good. Yeah, I did like that twist, because that twist is kind of interesting. Very interesting.
I can't wait to see more of Worm Jesus.
Were good.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting thing.
Multiple things that they changed were.
Well, I mean, the ecologist is a woman instead of a man, like in the book, which is a recast. Which, she did a great job. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't care.
I don't think I don't care that she's been recast as a woman at all. Like, I know that there's probably going to be some people who are like, oh my god,
there's
why?
There's going to be someone salty because they're terrible people.
Fuck them. Yeah, it was cast like the actress was completely fine. Like, didn't.
She did great. Like.
Yeah.
Hold on, are we talking Dune 1 or Dune 2? We talking 1 or 2?
It's all one freaking movie. It's all literally one movie.
Yeah.
Cut out the recap scene and it just glue it.
Yeah. But
even in Dune 2, there were multiple changes.
Yeah.
But they were all good for the better.
Yeah. Well, it's same like the RPG that's coming out. They've literally taken all of the religion out of it, and because it's an alternate universe, it's fine. It's literally so the game is playable and you don't have to be weird. Yes.
And to be fair, you do have to do that, because you can't have an RPG, an MMORPG where every single person is the Messiah.
Everyone is
like,
baby worm Jesus. They're
Yeah,
going to take
exactly.
over the galaxy, you know.
You just can't. Like,
He names
So,
himself
if you're
after a
taking-
mouse, but it means Holy One. You know, like, it's a whole thing. I can go on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure
I
out. We
heard
don't
an
need
I'm
interesting-
physically.
literally rereading the series right now because I'm like, let's see what other changes happened because I don't remember
Yeah.
it too well. But I'm like halfway. I'm at the part in
I
the book
like-
that ends the first movie. So you know,
I like that they added a whole bunch of like perspectives for Chani.
yeah,
Like that was inspiring. That was really, really
Yes.
good. And to be fair, like watching it back again, like the part one, instead of having the monologue kind of stuff like the 84 version had, like having it as Chinese perspective initially, it
Yeah.
was really, really good too.
yeah.
I
And
think
because,
you-
again, it's
I
a
just
movie
think-
versus.
You just want more Zendaya. That's all you
Yeah,
want from
100%.
Cloud. You just
No,
want
you're
more
not
of her.
wrong. You're not wrong, but like. It's a difference between the type of storytelling medium. Like in a movie, you can't just have a person's inner thought process play. So having it cut to different characters
David Lynch
doing the
proved
same
you wrong
event
on
is
that
really
one.
good.
That was
It was.
David
One
Lynch
time.
David Lynch just went like, "Oh, how can we make the inner monologue? Well, just fucking say the inner monologue like a monologue." Oh, that works.
Yeah, and,
like,
and that would be
it's
fine
such a-
in something less weird.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's
I don't
wild in the first place. All right?
I don't know. It
No, it would be weird.
In something
it would,
less weird, it would be weird. In something this weird,
yeah, exactly.
that's the least weird bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
right?
we keep cutting to a picture of a fetus that's giving psychological talk.
or just a spinning thing with a hand,
Which-
and that's like, you know,
Which
fine.
they handled that
Whatever.
better than they expected. Like, has everyone here seen it in theaters? Part 2?
No.
No,
that's
Soth hasn't yet, and I'm sure there's
Okay.
a bunch of people in
Yeah.
the chat that hasn't.
Does everyone know who the cast is? Because I got to point out, I want to point something out. I've seen it twice in theaters now, and it's happened both times. Where the Emperor shows up for the first time. We're at like an AMC, which is like just a big anyone goes to theater, kind of cheaper, and everyone's like, Christopher Walken, like it's just spread out through the crowd. Well, then I go to an Alamo Draft House cinema, where their rules are if you talk, you just get kicked out. Like they have very specific rules about watching movies because they want the experience to be watch the movie, and that happened in there too, and I was blown away by how put off people were that it was Christopher Walken showed up. No one knew he was in this movie, but he was in like some of the trailers and shit.
Yeah.
What
you
movie
say that,
theater
son.
do you go to that they do all this talking? Because like we go to Cinemark, like
See,
I mean,
we
I
don't
went
talk
to IMAX. There was
Regal.
no way that you could talk and be heard by anybody. Like,
Yeah, I
you
know,
know,
IMAX.
like-
these old
Well, that's
theaters,
half the
yeah,
point
that you
of
can hear
going to
people.
IMAX,
I hate
that you can yell at the screen and nobody will hear it.
Yeah.
what you should do is go to a rowdy movie watching where you literally throw stuff at the screen.
God.
It's a good time.
Okay,
it's
this
fun.
is
Rocky Horror in
yeah,
IMAX.
this is not Rocky
Yeah.
Horror, right? No eggs,
No,
no
no,
toast. Get out of here.
So, a bunch of oh my god, I'm forgetting the director's name. How he directed like Blazing Saddles and stuff. Oh my god.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel
Yes,
Brooks.
thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh my god, how I forgot his name, I don't know. But you like watch those, and everyone's like yelling the punchlines and stuff. It's great. It's a great time. Like literally the "Hey boys, I got some for you," and everyone just yells, "Where are the white women at?" and just throws popcorn at the screen. Freaking amazing.
I
It's
want
so
to
much
jump
fun.
in with something quick and go back to a previous comment.
We'll allow
Talking
it.
about perspectives.
Oh,
I've heard an
yeah, yeah.
interesting
What,
theory.
from like seeing the movie from different parts of the theater?
Is it about
No,
Helldivers?
no.
I got theories on that.
No, it's a theory about Dune 2 and Dune
Oh.
1. You know the openings of both with that voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sodacar stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or is it McLeod?
Well, it's meant to be.
Are we looking at a
it's meant-
future
it's meant to-
perspective
it's meant
looking
to be-
back?
It's meant to
Are
be
we looking at
from
the Worm
something
Emperor?
in. I don't know, maybe.
I mean,
Because
that's a
history got
possibility.
lost, and the Worm Emperor had visions and
Yeah.
spoke them out in the Lord to dictate them to be re-recorded.
Yeah.
We are
That's actually
possibly
a good point.
seeing it from his perspective of his
I
vision
don't
was looking
think
back.
you're wrong. Actually, that's a good point.
Maybe.
Or is it?
I mean, because like all the quotes in
Everything
between
change.
chapters. You know?
So what you're saying is it's oh fuck, what was that fucking Texas or Dallas? Like, you saying that like it's gonna culminate in like a Dallas style ending where it was only a dream.
No. Because his powers as the Worm God, the God Emperor, whatever you want to call him, was that he could go through and relive the lives of people in the past. So what we are seeing is true. It's not just a dream. It happened. We are just seeing it from his perspective of forcing himself back into past visions, which would be so fucking on point for this franchise, right?
So, someone reach out to the family and see if they have a comment. Can't make too many speculations or you'll get sued.
I mean, spoilers.
I mean,
I did
there's
wonder
no guarantee of it.
Well, I
horrendous.
mean, if this VOD gets pulled down, then you know, Bard Ghosts is
fault.
everyone playing Bard Ghosts for that.
Absolutely. We now have license to say whatever the hell we want because it'll all be his fault.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, guys, guess what? It's that time of day. It's 3 o'clock. It's time for Fireside and time for us to go.
Oh, hang on. I just need to. I'm going to take literally like 2 minutes to because this is an Eve podcast or Eve Adjacent podcast at least. Like we should probably talk about Eve in some way, shape, or form. So really,
we did earlier.
I mean, we did a tiny little bit about F4R2, right? But
Mac, does Eve still exist?
Eve does still exist, and
there we go. We've talked about Eve. Yay!
Nailed it.
Yay! Oh, we had slides earlier. We had everything.
There's some slightly more.
Let's just all keep talking over McLeod to drive him insane.
Just
back.
Oh, I've done that.
Make your fucking point,
easy.
okay?
I promise I will never rage about that anymore. Like,
if you would just, say what you have to say instead of like
get the fuck on with it
for half an hour.
Jesus, Soft, would you stop interrupting the guy?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's too funny. All right. McLeod, will you please
see what I have to deal with? Everyone out there, this is what I have to deal with. Like, fuck my life.
That's why I use my admin privileges to just mute him on the call so we keep talking and we can't hear him.
Go ahead, McLeod. Let's hear it.
Spit it out already.
Okay. So Project Awakening was announced as like they're doing a play test, but it's all NDA, so fuck them. There was an interview with Hilmar that went through a bunch of things, but it's Hilmar. He's going to be fucking talking out of his ass anyway. There was a brand new sort of like Reddit style copy paster that somebody came out with. Somebody basically seemingly having enough of Goblin shit, and he was ritualistically trolled on Reddit with everybody else, like making versions of his post for all sorts of things, including a fantasy roleplay version, an NPC court version, an Imperium version, even a fucking Pornhub version of it, which is hilarious. We got to see some stuff that are like unique ships and stuff like that from the Chinese server by Lussie Lau, aka iBeast. We talked about the Weeb Keep Stars. This is going to be an interesting one. If you don't like CCP's development of EVE Online, you can make your own EVE at some point soon, because CCP is going to be taking the Carbon development platform, which is basically what EVE is built on, and going to be open sourcing it. So if you don't like EVE, go build it yourself, I guess. There's the next Vanguard playtest coming up next week, and they're introducing mining lasers into an FPS game, because that's what an FPS game needs. Fuck knows.
Hey, isn't a mining laser just an energy beam of high power that can cut through like metal and rock? That would be great. That's on the battlefield.
The mining laser is unironically the best weapon in Starfield.
For real,
right? Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
I guarantee you that if you point it at somebody and press the trigger, it's not going to work.
Probably.
Oh, you're not wrong.
That's
Hold it.
CCP.
Because
Hold it, hold it.
When-
But what happens if they've got a Holtzman shield running?
absolutely nothing, because Eve doesn't give a shit about physics.
Yeah, and so that's your CCP. That's your Eve and CCP stuff.
also,
Okay.
let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that I'm going to say something now. It's going to be the kind of idea that Hilmar would seize on, but because we're saying it here, if he
He can't do
uses
it.
it, he's got to pay push to talk.
Yes.
Oh, and
Okay.
and also Horde
Okay,
had
okay.
a Typhoon fleet. Horde had a Typhoon fleet trapped in an Athanor, like 5 jumps from their
So-
staging system.
So let's all just take a moment to appreciate the fact that somehow Hilmar has not yet seized on using Project Discovery to have everyone train AI.
I about threw up in my mouth when you said that. So like,
But now if he uses it, he's got to pay push to talk. So
yeah.
you
Trademark
go.
TM
There you
TM 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 TM.
Yes.
exactly.
Alrighty, then, everybody.
Checkmate,
I get-
Hilmar.
All right.
Harry
Time
versus
out.
casual.
All right, everybody. Everybody say bye.
No.
Bye.
Bye. We're
Bye.
out of here. We'll see you next week. We're clear. Maybe. Now we're clear.
And jumping on me when I'm